Coming up next on the Family Dinner Table, we talk with Natasha Gandhi-Rue, local owner and chef of The Kitchen in downtown Wichita. She makes a recipe directly from her family kitchen, and as she describes it, it is a perfect dish to gather the family around. Chef Natasha's family recipe, coming up next on the Family Dinner Table.
The Family Dinner Table is made possible in part by the following.
For 100 years and counting, Dillon's has been a brand name backed with a promise. A promise made to our associates, customers, and communities we serve to be there for you, to share a family meal and to feed the human spirit. We thank you for your support and the wonderful times we have shared. We all have our special memories when we hear the words, "That's my Dillon's."
Offering more than 60 brands to choose from, refrigeration, dishwashers, cooking and laundry to outdoor appliances and grills, Metro Appliances and More has something for every need and every budget. In store or online, Metro Appliances and More.
The Spice Merchant since 1980, Wichita's original gourmet coffee roaster. Coffee and tea from around the world. Enjoy our full line of functional and fun accessories. Located 4 blocks east of Washington on Douglas.
McClelland is a proud sponsor of PBS Kansas, specializing in theater quality audio and video, cinematic lighting, smart home integration, and seamless surveillance, all in the comfort of your home. More information can be found at macsound.com. The Culinary Arts Program at Butler Community College, where foods of the world, cooking techniques, and exceptional learning create 100% job placement rates for students. Changing lives through cooking. More at butlercc.edu. ABC Fine Wines and Spirits offers a unique winery experience, sophisticated and complex bourbons, and a wide variety of beers. More information at abcdiscountliquor.com.
Hello and welcome to the second episode of a brand new show on PBS Kansas called The Family Dinner Table. It's a show where we not only share recipes, family recipes, but also laughter, tradition, memories, values that are sealed around the family dinner table. With me for this episode is Natasha Gandhi-Rue. She is, along with her husband, chef and co-owner of The Kitchen. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to cook with you.
Okay, what are we cooking today? I know it has a long name.
Well, it's one of our family's favorites, high demand. It is tequila marinated duck breast salad.
Okay, now what does your family do around the dinner table? Does your family gather?
Yes, we do. We, it's changed and it's evolved a lot. Now, my stepsons are older. One's married. We have a grandson. So we come together a lot on Sundays because that's the day where we're all off.
Yes.
So it's really nice. But we try, no matter what, we try to at least gather around the table. Whoever can come at least once a week.
And you've been doing that with your family, but you did it with your parents' family.
Absolutely. Yeah.
She was a good cook, huh?
My mom was a good cook. My dad was a great cook, but he didn't get to cook as much.
Yeah.
But we had dinner together at the family table every single night. And interestingly enough, and I can remember it like it was yesterday, when my dad had to work late, we would eat, but then we would come sit with him and talk about our day when he got home from work.
It's so important, Natasha.
It is. It's really important.
So important. Values are created and the memories made and the memories that you treasure, and for him to know about your day even after you have eaten and gather around the table anyway, that is great.
Yeah, it was really nice, and I think it set a good tone for all of us.
Exactly. Natasha and her family knows that it's important to gather around the family dinner table, and she is going to make us one of her family recipes: tequila, lime, marinated duck compose salad.
Yay! You got it.
All right, let's get cooking. Now the fun part starts. Here we are in the kitchen with Chef Natasha, and she mentioned she's gonna make us a main meal. It's even bigger than a main meal. What is it called again?
It's like a buffet on a platter.
Yeah, buffet on a platter. I love that. I love that.
It's tequila lime marinated duck composed salad.
Tequila lime marinated duck composed salad.
Yeah,
Did I say it right?
You did.
And it's a family recipe, so let's get started.
Okay, so let's start with the duck. We're gonna get it cooking while we finish off the rest of the salad. We have marinated our duck in some tequila, lime juice, orange juice. All the ingredients will be on the recipe on the website, but we want to marinate it overnight if possible.
Okay.
It always helps.
So these are duck breasts.
These are duck breasts, boneless duck breasts, but we want that skin. Okay. There's so much flavor.
Oh, you want the skin on
Yeah,
it. Okay,
fat is flavor.
Okay.
So,
and does this apply, some people don't like duck.
No, of course.
But some people can't find it.
Yes.
You can make this with turkey or chicken breasts as well.
Absolutely,
Okay.
100%.
Okay,
You
perfect.
could even make it with pork.
Okay, let's get started.
All
Turn
right.
on the fire there.
So let me just tell you one quick tip, because we want to make sure we render out enough of the duck fat that the skin is crispy and not like slimy,
and how
right?
do you render out duck fat?
So you can see
Or
we've
chicken fat.
scored all our fat.
Oh, yeah.
We did a crisscross hatch pattern on it. You can see it.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay.
we're gonna put them in, they're cold. I didn't take them out and bring them to room temperature as you would a different type of meat.
Okay.
So we're gonna put them in the pan
And
cold.
it's skin down.
Skin down first.
You don't put the oil in yet
No, because actually I'm not gonna need to put any oil in
because of the skin?
because of the skin. And we wanna render that skin. So we're
And
gonna
render.
render means reducing all the fat so we have crispy
Oops.
skin left.
Oh, yeah. How long should this, can I just move over
Yeah,
here?
yeah,
and
you can.
kind of play with the duck?
Of course.
How long should this take then?
It's gonna take about 10 to 15 minutes.
On medium low?
On medium low.
Okay.
We'll listen, because our ears are really important when we're cooking, as is eyes and, our nose. So you're gonna start hearing a little bit of
Sizzle?
Yeah,
Okay.
but not like a hard sizzle. There
Right.
should be no splattering coming off and hitting
Oh, really?
us.
Okay.
Yep.
And if there is splattering, it's up too high?
Then we need to turn it down just a little
Okay.
bit.
And we're going to turn it over
Yes.
in 10 minutes or 5 minutes? Or?
Exactly,
Okay.
10 minutes. We
Okay.
want to cook it for the longest period of time on the fat side.
All right, so tell me about this compost salad.
This salad is a favorite of my whole family, and we're all boys, except now I have a daughter-in-law, which is wonderful. So it kind of balances it out a little bit. But whenever we have something special going on, duck salad is what they ask for.
And why do you call it composed? Compose salad.
So it's literally, and you'll see over here, I could even bring it a little bit closer to both of us, is we have all these ingredients and they're all separated out.
And the reason for that is?
The reason for that is in every household, someone doesn't like red onions, someone doesn't like artichoke hearts, someone only likes one cheese, right?
Right.
I mean, it's part of having dinner at the family table.
Right.
So instead of saying, be quiet and eat it, or pick it out, which I hate when we have people picking out food at the table. That's my
Don't
pet
you?
peeve.
Exactly,
Oh, I hate it.
exactly.
So instead of that, we put it on a big platter. It looks phenomenal.
Doesn't
so it's colorful, it's bright, it's perfect for summer when it's hot outside. And we put the platter on the table, everyone takes what they want. So I'm gonna give this one to you.
Okay.
And I'll take some salami.
Okay.
So let's make bars.
And this is pepper jack cheese.
This is pepper jack cheese.
Okay.
And you can choose the cheeses that make your family happy.
Right.
Honestly, I have to be very frank with you. We always try to have sharp cheddar because my husband loves sharp cheddar.
I'm a sharp cheddar lover as well.
There you go. But otherwise, what I do is I usually just find what cheeses I have in my fridge, and maybe I have a couple ends and half pieces, and then we just pop them on.
And just use that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have
Oh yeah,
cheese
for sure.
cheese butts in their
Yep,
refrigerator.
yep, that's a good way to put it. So you're doing it that way. I'm gonna do.
Oh, see, you
angles
do
this
it the
way.
pretty way. Okay.
Oh,
this
I'll
is
let you
something
do
I've
the-
already learned from Natasha. This is a lot prettier on the diagonal than it is how I am cutting it.
Yeah.
She already told me about the bread, and I didn't remember, but it is a lot prettier on the diagonal.
And you know, really, I do feel like we do eat with our eyes.
Right.
This salad can absolutely be served as a big toss salad.
Right.
You know, and you know, yeah, you can put it in there and everyone takes tongs and serves themselves, but it's just not as pretty.
Pretty, it doesn't look as good. It doesn't
really
look
doesn't.
as tempting and as wonderful
Yeah.
and as filling
Exactly.
either. Because
Yeah,
everything's
robust and-
Everything's all together.
Yes.
Okay,
So now all we
we'll
want to
this
do
cheese.
is
Okay.
put it where it's going to be. I would put it here
Right.
because there's red, and so we need a little white there.
You need a lot of contrast.
Yeah.
There you go.
We
I always try to
eat
do
our
a lot
colors.
of contrast with my vegetables, but a lot of vegetables are green, so it's kind of hard.
Yes, yes. Oh, and I'll show you a trick if you don't mind.
Oh, not
hanging
at
on.
all.
So you know how sometimes cucumber is bitter, and
Right.
it has. So my mom always used to do this, and I can't tell you what the science is, and maybe it just makes me feel better. So, you know,
We love mom things.
Yeah. So she always used to take the end of the cucumber and rub it against here.
With the other part of the cucumber.
Yeah. And then you see all that little white stuff that
Yes,
comes out.
yes.
She used to always say it was pulling the bitterness out. Now,
I
again,
love
I don't know
that.
if it's true, but it tasted less bitter to me.
Let's just say it's true. I love that.
So that's what she used to do with our cucumbers always.
Let's just say, yep, Mom, it is true. It's
Yeah.
going to taste a lot less bitter.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
So-
So I'll just slice these.
Yep, you do that. I'm gonna do some red onion.
And I love the way you said. So this recipe
Is from my husband and I.
Really?
Yeah, we served it at our wedding. And so my stepsons were there too. So that was the first
What a
time we had
great
it.
idea.
And we fell in love, you know. We fell in love, we had a wedding, and we fell in love with the salad too. I have always been part of a family that cooks together and eats together. And we are now too. So whenever my big boys come over, they help cook. My husband is always in the kitchen with
Now
me.
your husband is co-owner of the kitchen with
He
you.
is,
The
yeah.
kitchen, by the way, is in the old train depot. It's been on national shows. What national shows has it been?
So I was really lucky. I got to compete on Guys Grocery Games and won. So we have that. Well, that's me. But my husband actually beat me on Food Network. He makes this amazing strawberry cake.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
absolutely. Woo! So we heard the first pop. Let's just
So
turn it
do we
down
need to
a
turn it
little
over
bit.
yet?
We're gonna turn it down a little bit. Let's take a peek at our crust. Look at that. So gorgeous, right?
Perfect.
Let's turn it over.
Oh, that's beautiful. And why isn't it sticking to the pan? I don't
The
understand.
fat. Look how much fat we've rendered out.
You're right.
I'm gonna
You're
move this
right.
one.
Yeah, move that to the
little
center.
bit.
Oh, those look incredible. Incredible. You have to be careful because sometimes they do stick, correct?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind
especially-
of slip them off easily.
Yep. And so this is a nice hot spot. I'm gonna actually let that one go for
Right.
just a few more minutes.
Okay. Perfect. All right. This
Okay.
is
This is Belgium Endive.
Okay.
So we have all our veggies. We have one more spot. We're gonna put those tomatoes,
tomatoes.
there.
Do you slice them or?
Whatever you want.
That looks pretty, Natasha.
It does look pretty. I think you can't beat. Mother Nature takes care of most of the work for us, so we don't really have to do as
Oh,
much.
I love that too. Mother Nature takes care of most of the work for us,
So
right?
we just have to put.
I love that
them
too.
on. And
these
those-
are plum tomatoes.
These are plum-
and
yeah,
you
aroma.
like- aroma, yes. And you
they're-
like these because
I think they're just. Actually, these are my favorite. Both
I love orange
tomatoes
tomatoes.
were from my garden, which my husband takes care of. I'm
Even
not
the
actually,
Roma tomatoes are
Yeah.
from
I'm
Whoa.
not actually allowed in the garden. I'm only allowed to do stuff with the stuff outside the garden.
Is that all?
I think they're the best for slicing tomatoes. Orange tomatoes in a BLT,
are the
Can't
best,
beat it.
right?
Cannot beat it.
Okay. Am I doing this correctly?
Yeah, that's
okay.
perfect.
All right.
So we have some endive, and we can do a couple things. We can slice it all up and put it in with our arugula, or we can kind of fan it out and put it on our plate.
And you can get that endive just at
Grocery
Dillon's
store.
or grocery
Yeah.
store, any grocery
Yeah,
store.
any grocery store.
Oh, okay. And it's called what kind of endive?
Belgium Endive.
Belgium Endive. Okay. It's nice to know these ingredients are available.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes you
Everything-
don't think of these ingredients.
Everything
that
we
would be
have,
available.
you can get at the local grocery store.
Okay. Perfect.
So I don't like to have to travel to a million different stores.
No.
For
And I'm telling
dinner.
you, your mom was right. This cucumber is not bitter at all.
That's awesome.
We got the bitterness all out.
Let's flip
All
that
right.
last one that we hadn't flipped yet.
Okay.
And then, I do tend to keep a thermometer on hand, an instant read at my house
Okay.
as well, because, we don't want to poke it
Yes.
and see if it's done, because we want all those juices in them. But we also want to make sure we cook it to about 135, which is medium
And
rare.
that's
So we're just going to take its temperature, hold it up, probably not in the pan, and then just poke it through the middle. You want to try to get to the center of it. So you can see we're at 123. So we got a bit, not very long at all.
Okay.
So we're just going to kind of push them to the center where the concentrated heat is.
all right.
And-
What about this?
All right, let's dress our greens.
While that's cooking.
So I love having different vinaigrettes in my kitchen, in my fridge or whatnot, or even sitting out, because I know what's in them.
Right.
And I can change a salad so much easier by changing out some of the very simple ingredients
Right.
in my vinaigrette. What I have in here right now is Dijon mustard and honey.
And by the way, this whole recipe will be on the PBS Kansas website, which is kpts.org. Just go there and you'll find it.
So
Go ahead.
basic vinaigrettes is 1 part acid to 3 parts fat.
Okay.
And you can make acid, lemon juice, orange juice, red wine vinegar. We're using white wine vinegar.
See, I didn't know that. 1 part acid to 3 parts oil or fat.
Any fat, bacon
okay.
fat, duck fat. So
All right.
we're gonna use extra virgin olive oil, but we're also gonna use some truffle oil. And it's gonna really kind of give it a nice flavor.
I love truffle oil.
Right? Me
All
too.
right. And the amount of, again, is on the website. So
Yes.
I love truffle oil.
And the truffle oil counts in the fat ratio.
It does. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So the reason I do it in a clear jar also is I can look at it and get that 1 to 3 ratio.
right, okay.
I'm just gonna take this off.
There you go. Yeah, it's too slow a pour with that
It
on,
is.
right?
It's definitely controlled.
So even if you don't measure, you can kind of look
Yeah.
that here is the acid and here is the fat.
Absolutely.
And it's 1 to 3.
And
3
cooking,
times the fat as the acid.
and cooking is really about tasting and seeing that you like it and so forth. Now here's another thing that I feel like sometimes we at home don't do. We want to make sure we really generously season our
Vinegar and oil?
vinaigrette.
Really?
Because none of this is seasoned.
You're right.
Now we do have some pickled vegetables, so they have a little bit more salt.
Right, right.
But everything else is unseasoned, and we don't generally season our greens or anything.
Okay.
So we want to make sure we put a nice,
Big old hunk
Hearty
of salt
pinch.
and a hearty pinch of pepper.
Yep.
Not as much pepper as salt, obviously.
and then we're just going to shake it. So this way we're avoiding doing the whisk and messing up a bowl and then so
Right.
forth.
That's what I do. I put it in a bowl and I whisk and
Yeah,
then
and
I
then
make
you have
a mess.
to keep moving it around, right? And I don't like doing dishes.
Yeah.
And nobody in my house likes doing dishes.
And you can get these anywhere as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so, then
let's
what do we
take
do?
a piece of cucumber
Okay.
and let's taste it and make sure we've got it seasoned really nicely.
All right, that's a good idea. Oh my God.
Good, right?
The truffle oil completely makes this.
It really does. I have
my
to agree with
goodness.
you.
It so makes it. Now, you don't have to have truffle oil.
Yeah. You could do it with this. You could do it and add, instead of the truffle oil, which was a very small part of all the oil,
Yeah.
you can 100% use like a different flavored oil.
A different flavor
Walnut,
olive oil?
any nut oils would be
Walnut.
delicious. Avocado
Sesame
oil.
seed? Really?
Absolutely.
I have sesame seed oil. I have
Yeah.
lots of sesame seed oil.
You just remember
And
all
walnut
those
oil.
nut oils are very strong,
Okay.
just like the truffle oil. So you wouldn't want to replace all the oil with one of those.
Just a little bit. Oh, well, now I know what to do with all my sesame oil and walnut oil. I'll just put a little olive oil and white wine vinegar, and
Let's
we're
go
good to
check
go.
our duck because
All right.
I think we're almost ready.
Now, you can get one of these little temperature thermometers anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
The hand, temperature thermometers. I meant hand thermometer. Hand
Instant
thermometer.
read.
What is it called?
It's called an instant read. So
Instant read.
You can't leave it in
Because
the
it
meat.
reads instantly. I like
Yes.
that. I like that. Okay.
So super simple. Let that just sit and rest for a second. We'll shut that heat off.
The duck breasts are done.
And we've dressed our arugula. Now you can use whatever greens makes your family happy.
Right.
I love, and my family actually loves the peppery arugula.
I love arugula.
Yeah,
but
it's got great.
My husband's not a big arugula fan, but I love it.
So maybe do 2 different
That's-
greens because
that's
you
good.
have the opportunity to do that on
You're
your
right. You're right.
plate. So we're gonna pile.
I mean,
this all-
romaine would work.
Absolutely.
Bib lettuce.
Spring
You
mix.
probably don't want to do head lettuce though. Maybe?
Like iceberg.
Yeah, iceberg. No, or maybe.
I don't know. It's crunchy, so it definitely has its attributes.
That's true. It's crunchy. It is.
I also think it's
I
what
love it.
people
It
are
has
going
its
to eat.
You're right.
Right?
You're right.
Because
Whatever.
there's no point in serving it if your family's going to be like, well, I don't like that.
You know, you're so right. And sometimes you have picky eaters in the family.
Yeah.
So you got to give them what they will eat.
I love my family, but they all think they're food critics.
I bet they do. Well, they
So
come
it's-
from 2 food critics,
Yeah,
right?
so it definitely, it has its moments for sure. We're going to tackle our duck breasts and we're going to slice them up.
Okay, so right here we've got pepperoni, bread, red onions, cheddar cheese. What kind of endive?
Belgium Endive.
Belgium endive, salami, tomatoes, peppers, obviously. And
Yep. Those are
banana
pepperoncinis.
peppers, pepperoncinis.
And this is cherry peppers.
Okay.
And this is a sweet hot piquillo pepper.
artichoke hearts too.
Yeah,
we like
artichoke.
those.
I love
yeah.
artichoke hearts.
So there's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. And
And-
it's really good food for you to eat.
Right. Now, what are you going to do with that duck?
So here's a couple options. We've cooked up 5 pieces.
Okay.
You can literally put all 5 pieces on and let everyone just take a piece if you have 5 people in your family, or you cook as many as are
okay.
sitting down.
Right.
Or you can slice it, which is what I like to do,
Oh.
and then I just layer it on top of the greens.
God, that sounds so good.
So
All right, let's.
that's what I
Let's
do.
slice it, and let's slice a few of them.
Okay.
And then put them on top, and I'll let you slice them because you know how to slice them real pretty.
So we always want to slice it against the grain.
against the grain.
Right, which means we're going to be going this way, not
Okay,
this
not
way.
that way.
I like to make them pretty fat slices because, again, if I make them really thin, I feel like
They try and get them on the
yeah,
fork,
and
you
it's-
want them to cut
I
it
do.
with the knife.
I want them to feel like they're eating a meal.
A meal. Very
So,
good. Yes.
I cut them into big fat slabs.
Oh, those look good. Oh, and those look great.
Right?
And you just
So
put them around.
perfect.
Unbelievable. And people can take as much as they want
Right.
or as little as they want.
Exactly. So if you have someone who's a big meat eater, they might take a whole breast. If you have someone like I love everything, but I'm definitely more of the veggie eater.
Right.
So I'll take maybe
Right.
2 pieces, but I'm going to make sure I get every single one of the
Every
other
single
thing.
veggie, right?
Absolutely.
And veggies can fill you up, and obviously, they're obviously
yeah.
good for you.
Yeah, they're so good.
Okay, that is beautiful.
right?
That is
So pretty.
beautiful. All right, tequila, lime, marinated, duck, compose salad.
Yay!
Did I say it right?
You did.
Yeah.
You did. You said it perfectly.
Now the fun part, we get to taste it. I want a little piece of this duck first. Tequila, oh my gosh, tequila lime marinated duck. But you know what? I also want the cucumber and the tomatoes and of course the cheese. But that's the fun part about this family recipe. I can see your family gathered around this whole big platter just talking and serving themselves and grabbing what they want.
Yep, that's the point.
That's the fun of this recipe, right?
It is. It really is.
Thank you so much for being here. Natasha Gandhi-Rue
you.
from the kitchen. And remember, do like Natasha and I do. Get your glass of wine. Try to gather around the family dinner table at least once or twice a week, right?
Yeah.
Because when families come together at the dinner table, families come together. Bon appetit.
The Family Dinner Table is made possible in part by the following.
For 100 years and counting, Dillon's has been a brand name backed with a promise. A promise made to our associates, customers, and communities we serve to be there for you, to share a family meal and to feed the human spirit. We thank you for your support and the wonderful times we have shared. We all have our special memories when we hear the words, "That's my Dillon's."
Offering more than 60 brands to choose from, refrigeration, dishwashers, cooking and laundry to outdoor appliances and grills, Metro Appliances and More has something for every need and every budget. In store or online, Metro Appliances and More.
Coffee, tea, and spices from around the world. Always unique, always the Spice Merchant. Located in the original 1908 Mentholatum building, just 4 blocks east of Washington on Douglas.
McClelland is a proud sponsor of PBS Kansas, specializing in design and installation of audio, video, lighting, and control systems specific to your commercial needs. More at macsound.com. The Culinary Arts program at Butler Community College, where foods of the world, cooking techniques, and exceptional learning create 100% job placement rates for students. Changing lives through cooking. More at butlercc.edu. ABC Fine Wines and Spirits offers a unique winery experience, sophisticated and complex bourbons, and a wide variety of beers. More information at abcdiscountliquor.com.